Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen if you're new, and today we're going to be doing a brown smoky eye. I'm super into brown smoky eyes. I always recommend them to my clients. It's a little bit different versus the regular black smoky eye, so that's why I'm always like, are you sure you don't want a brown smoky eye? I think they're super unique and not a lot of people do them, and to me I just think that they're so beautiful. So that's what I have for you guys today. It's a little bit of a chit chat and a little bit of, I threw like some tips and tricks into this video, so really hope you guys enjoy it and give it a thumbs up if you did. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in a minute with no makeup on. Bye. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep the face. I'm using my Neutrogena Oil-free moisturizer as I do every single time. Just pumping a couple squirts in there, putting it all over the face. Then I'm going to use my Badescu Skincare. It's like a facial spray. It has aloe, cucumber, and green tea. I usually like to do this right after the shower. I do a couple squirts, but I've been doing a couple squirts right before my makeup as well. So refreshing. Because we're doing a smoky eye, I'm gonna start with my eyes, as I always do whenever I'm doing a look that you're gonna have like fallout. So as always, I'm gonna use my soft ochre paint pot by MAC, and I kind of just use this brush just to put it all over first. And then I'll blend it out with either my finger, or I'll show you the brush I'm about to use right now. I love this one. It's a Morphe E14. This is such a good brush to blend it all in. So I wanted to start off this video by giving a little shout out. I wanted to do a shout out to my Aunt Betty, who lives in Arizona, and she's just subscribed and she's been watching my videos. So shout out to you, Aunt Betty, for watching my videos. Thank you so much. It's so exciting. It's so cool because like YouTube, you can like connect with people that are like so far away. Like my Aunt Betty lives in Arizona, and my Aunt Roxy lives in Texas, and they've both been watching my videos. So shout out to Aunt Betty and Aunt Roxy for watching my videos. I love you so much, and I appreciate the support. All right, so now we have a nice base for our smoky eye. So the most important thing to remember when you're doing a smoky eye is you're gonna have to put in a lot of colors into the transition area so that you can blend it out. And then the other thing is the smoky eye, it looks like a hot mess for a while before it starts looking beautiful. So just bear with me, you'll see at the end. You have to have the vision to know that at the end it's gonna be beautiful, but while you're doing it, it looks really messy. And it's kind of funny because when I'm working on when a client asks for a smoky eye and I'm working on it and like someone walks by, it's so funny to me because I always look at their face and they're like, what the hell? But it's like, girl, don't worry, in 5 minutes it'll be looking smoky and like, you know, good. But it's just like hilarious because people don't really know. So I'm gonna go in with my MAC 217 and the soft brown by MAC. It's just a nice transition shade. So I'm gonna go in with that one first. And I'm gonna put that all over the transition area and a little bit above. So my eye socket is right here and the transition area is right here. So we're gonna go right here and go in circular motions right here. I'm gonna go in circular motions and windshield wiper motions, back and forth, back and forth. So now I'm gonna take a MAC 224 brush. Sorry, bestie's texting me, hold on. Okay, so anyways, like I said, I'm using the MAC 224 to blend that out. It's just such a good brush. If you guys don't have this brush, I highly recommend it. It is a little pricey, but it's such a good one. And this brush has been through so much with me. So we're just gonna blend out that color and just go in windshield wiper motions like this, back and forth, back and forth. If you guys hear a little bell, it's my cat Belle. She's just hanging out, being all curious and nosy like cats are. So in the parts where it looks a little harsh, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do small circular motions, and that's gonna blend it out really nicely. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the soft brown a little bit more again. Put that all over the transition area. I do love this color because it's like a pinky brown, but it is still neutral. So that's why I love this. It's like a nice transition shade. And then I'm gonna go in with the MAC 217 again, and I'm gonna go in with a lighter shade. I'm using Beaches and Cream by Makeup Geek. So this one's a lot lighter. but with all these different colors going on, it's gonna help with the blending of the dark color of the brown that we're gonna use. Gonna put that on, I tap my brush, and then I go in interloper motions. And then small circular motions is like what I do. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a packing brush and we're gonna go in with the brown. I am gonna use Embark by MAC. It's my favorite brown shade. I thought I bought another one actually, but for right now I'm using Embark and it looks like this right now. It's a nice chocolate brown with a tad of purple in it. I'm gonna go in and start putting that all over the lid. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack it on. I'm not gonna swipe yet. I'm just gonna literally like pack it on in little pounce motions all over the lid. I'm gonna go back in with the MAC 224 and I'm gonna blend that out a little bit. But as you can see, this brown is just such a pretty color. I do have a little pink towel with me and I am going in with my brush and like swirling it around and kind of cleaning it up as I go. I really highly recommend that. But yeah, again, I'm just gonna go back and forth, back and forth. And then what I do too is I'm gonna work on the eyes for a little bit, but then what I'll do is I'll go back to the eyes. So like without lashes and stuff, it can look a little bit harsh. So what I like to do is put the lashes on and then see how dark I'm trying to go with that look, if that makes sense. So you'll see that like I'll get it to a certain point and then all of a sudden I'll get the liner and the lashes on and then I'll go back and work on the eyes a little bit some more. Right now, I'm wanting a little bit more darkness. So I'm gonna again pack that on the lid. So this week is Halloween. Today is Monday and I love Mondays and you guys should too. A lot of people like, Mondays has such a bad rep, but Mondays are so exciting because it is the beginning of the week and it's just like like a fresh start, you know, and anything that you're trying to do, you have time to tackle it. So it's a very special week for me. It's Halloween, so that's obviously so exciting for my family. And then started my last 2 classes today, so that's beyond exciting. And then me and my best friend are gonna go antiquing on Saturday. We love doing that. We go to an antique store and every year it's like around Christmas time and it's all decorated like Christmas and it's literally gorgeous and it's just like what me and my best friend like to do. So, and then obviously I'm so excited because I'm filming right now and me and my editor Ariel, who is always with me when I film, if you guys ever wondered, we get really excited and super pumped about Gen B YouTube channel. So yeah, it's a big week for us. Super exciting. So I'm kind of working my way around my eye socket. So as you can see, what I do is I push the tips of the bristles into my eye socket, and that's where I know to finish the shape of the eye. So you really want to follow your eye socket wherever it lays, and then like I said, I'm just like pushing it in there, and then I work my way down. So if you ever wonder like what kind of shape your eye socket should have, that's how it should go. So you don't have to worry about like, you know, making it or anything like that. You just follow the one that you already have. I'm gonna blend that out again. Lots of blending when you're doing a smoky eye. I hope you guys saw my daughter's birthday video. If you guys didn't, I'll link it in the description below. But I had so much fun throwing a dinner celebration here for my daughter's 8th birthday here at my home. It was so much fun, and she was obviously happy she got what she wanted, which was a phone at 8 years old. I live in California, so if you're not from California, you probably think that's like crazy, but here in California, that's like so normal. We just felt that it was time and we felt that she deserved it, and she got Student of the Month, and she's just such a good girl. She's overall just such a good girl. So I think I'm done packing. I'm liking the way it looks. I'm liking the shape. I'm gonna bring up this color just a little bit. And this brush has a little bit of the soft brown still on it. Or actually the Beaches and Cream is still on there. And I'm just gonna leave it just like that. And again, go back to it in a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna use my makeup remover wipes by Neutrogena. I always buy the blue one. And then just go straight out right here. Nothing too round and nothing too straight. Okay, so I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer Primer. I will list all the products that I used today in the description in case you guys want to check something out. Everything I use today are like holy grails for me. They're stuff I use very often and especially in my kit, so very good products. And then I'm gonna go in with a different brush today. I'm using the Morphe M439. It's a big fat brush and it gets the job done fast. So I love this, especially on wedding days, because look how big this is. Like the surface of this versus my Morphe G6, so much smaller. So this one takes me a little bit longer, if that makes sense. So love this brush. And I'm gonna use NC20 because I'm getting really light right now that we're approaching fall. And then I'm gonna do NC30. So I'm still trying to be a little tan. And then I'm gonna mix that around with my spoolie. If you don't have one at home, you can just use your finger, totally fine. Or even like the end of a pointy brush would totally work. And then I start on the middle of my face, push it into the skin. Okay, so I'm gonna buff that into the skin. I'm gonna go in circular motions, and then at the very end, I'm gonna pounce it into the skin and really get it into those pores. I'm gonna use the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. It's in the shade light beige. And I shake that up. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe G6 now to buff in that concealer. I'm gonna go in pouncing motions. And back and forth, back and forth. And I'm gonna go all the way out. And see how that just brightens up that smoky eye? I love that. And I'm trying to get in as close as I can to the inner part of my eye. And like right here, see how the foundation needs to go a little bit higher? You can always take like another brush, like even the one I used for the concealer, and push it into the skin right there. So it covers up all the like dark circleness I have right here, but yet it's not disrupting the eyes. So now we're gonna set the concealer. I'm gonna use my Pure Contour Diaries, and I'm using the shade Dream in the palette. And I'm gonna set that with a MAC 108 brush. It's a really weird brush to use for this, but I just find that it really like gets into the areas that I need it to. So I really like this brush. You can always tell when I just did like a wedding or makeup, because like my freelance work, because my brushes shed. It's so sad from all the cleaning and buffing that I have to do. So I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna make sure I hit all the places that I just put that concealer, and make sure it's nice and bright. So it's basically like the T-zone. So right here. Now we are gonna set the entire face, and I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Compact in NC35. And I'm gonna use a Morphe G4 brush. It has an angle to it. And I just find it so easy to work with. So I swirl that around, and then I'm gonna set the entire face. I kind of make like a heart-shaped motion. Let me do that. This is a full coverage compact. So this alone is actually considered full coverage, but I'm just extra. And so I do foundation and the compact. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on my brows off camera. I will leave my eyebrow tutorial in the description box if you guys want to check that out. So I will be right back with some brows. All right, so now I am done with the brows, and I'm just like looking over at the look so far, and I'm loving so much. I'm using my soft ochre paint pot, and I'm gonna make a nice little base for the bottom eyeshadow. And I'm gonna line my bottom of my eye so that it's ready for the shadow that we have to do to the bottom to make it one nice complete smoky eye. Okay, so then we're gonna go in with the same colors that we used on the top, and so we're gonna use Soft Brown by MAC. I'm gonna put that on the bottom, on the drop shadow area, so that's right here on the bottom. Basically, everything we did on top, you have to do on bottom. And then I'm also gonna go in with the Beaches and Cream. then I'm also gonna go in with the Embark, and I'm gonna use this brush right here. It's just a nice eyeshadow brush. Now we can work on eyeliner. So I'm just gonna do that real quick and line the eyes. Liner is on. Now I'm gonna go apply some mascara. Full and Soft by Maybelline. It's my OG mascara. Oh my gosh, and really quick, someone mentioned to me that they went and bought this and used it. They DM'd me on Instagram, and that made me so excited because it's such a good mascara, and I'm just such the type of person, like, if I find something good, like, I want everybody to know about it. And not only is it so good, but it's so affordable too, so I was like super happy that she let me know. And it was someone that I haven't talked to in so long, so it made me, number one, super excited that she saw on the video, and then number two, that she took my advice. So just want to shout that out because that was super cool. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the black eyeliner, and I'm gonna go into the inner waterline, okay? So not to scare you guys, but I am just pulling my the bottom part down, and I'm just gonna put that into my waterline. What it's gonna do is it's going to make it look a little bit more smoky. It does make the eye look a little bit smaller, but it does intensify the color of your eye. So, pros and cons. So now that we got that done, we're gonna start working on the contour. I'm gonna go back in with my Pure Diaries, and I'm gonna go into the color Secret. No, it's Passion. Just kidding, Passion. Love that. And I'm gonna go in with my angle brush. It's the MAC, I think it's the 168. And I'm gonna do a pretty harsh contour. I like when the Smokey Eye has a nice contour. So I'm gonna make sure that I do a kind of harsh one. And again, I'm gonna go right above the ear and right down here. If you guys wanna see a contour video, then please let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna go on the bottom of my, right under my bottom lip, because that makes the bottom lip appear a little bit more plump. And I wouldn't mind that. Then we're gonna do the top of the forehead right here. When I first started doing this, I thought it was so weird because I'd be like, oh my God, I need to like scrub my hair at the end of the night. And you do, you really do. But it's so pretty, so at the end, so worth it. And then right under the jawline. And then if anything was a little bit too harsh right now, you can always go in and like blend it in with like a buffing brush. I'm using the MAC 120 to do that. And I just kind of like make sure that it's nice and blend it out really nicely. I'm gonna go in with my lashes. I will be right back. Okay, so I just wanna let you guys know, if you guys were wondering, I'm using the Miss 3D Volume Lash, and I'm using the style M319. Again, I'll link it, well not link it, but I'll post it in the description so you guys can check it out, but these are really beautiful. I've worn these exact lashes, like this pair, probably 4 times. So I get a lot of use out of them, and they're just so beautiful. While that's drying, I'm gonna go in with some blush. So I'm gonna use Melba by MAC. It's this shade right here. It is a matte, and I'm using a little angle brush by MAC as well. Putting that into the apples of the cheeks. Then I'm gonna go in with MAC Margin. It's like a frosty blush. And I'm gonna use that on the blush, like a blush topper. So I have my blush, so I have a contour, a blush, I'm gonna do a blush topper, and then I'm gonna do a highlight because I'm not extra, okay? So I'm gonna put that onto the brush, go right above. And it's just gonna add a little bit something just because since the eyes are matte, I like to do some type of shimmer either on my eyes or my blush, but never both at the same time, if that makes sense. So today it's gonna be matte on the eyes and a little bit frosty on the face. Oh my God, I think my cat's like breaking things downstairs. Better not. So now I'm just gonna use my MAC 120 and I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit. As you can see, I pretty much blend almost after applying anything on the face. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the inner corner highlight. Go in with Nylon by MAC. It's a yellow frosty shade. I'm just putting that on the inner corner and see how it just like brightens it up. This is probably one of my favorite parts. Like I can't do makeup without the inner corner highlight. It's just so beautiful to me. Now I am going just to darken up the brown just a tiny bit more. I'm gonna go back in with that packing brush and I'm gonna go into Embark. Now that we have the lashes on, I can kind of see like where I want it to be a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Just to intensify the color. And then what we do on top, we gotta do on bottom. So I'm gonna go in with my brush and just go on the bottom again and just kind of smoke it out a little bit more. So the best part about the brown smoky eye is it's just not as harsh as a black smoky eye. Sometimes just depending on what kind of look you're going for, you just don't want it to be as smoky. Not as smoky, but as dark. So it's kind of cool to just change it up. I always offer a brown smoky eye too when someone says that they want a smoky eye. And it looks really pretty on like all different colored eyes. So I love doing the brown smoky eye. Okay, so I'm using You Do You by Ofra Cosmetics. I finally purchased another one, you guys. If you guys remembered in my previous videos, mine was all like cracked, so it feels so good to get another one. And it's literally the most beautiful shade. Like, let's just take a moment and give this highlight its glory. This is just so beautiful. I'm gonna take my Morphe 521 brush, and that's my favorite brush to highlight with. And then the tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, and then on the forehead, wherever the sun is shining, wherever the sun would be shining if I was basking in the sun, as I always say. As always, we're gonna blend that out a little bit. I am brushing off my brush, so you don't want just like a stripe. You do want it to be nice and blended. So I'm using my All Nighter Urban Decay setting spray, shaking it up. And then I'm gonna go in with my lip color. I'm gonna use Magic Wand by ColourPop. It's a super pretty nude shade. I always like to pair my smoky eyes with a nude. So this is the liquid lip, and what I like to do is I like to apply it on the bottom of my lips first, because that's where I'm most plump. And then I will blot my lips and see where it naturally hits on the top lip. So see how it just already kind of made like a line for me? And then I can line it, and then I turn the daub to the flatter part, and then I angle that, and that's how I make the shape of my top of my lip. Lips are done, eyes are done, and that is my brown smoky eye. Alrighty, you guys, so that completes the look. This is my brown smoky eye. I just went and like curled my hair and stuff, so I got that all done, and I'm about to call Josh and tell him that he needs to take me out on a date now. Just kidding, he's at work. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial slash chit chat. You know, I threw in a little bit of tips and tricks in there, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know in the comments if you guys want to see a contour video. And other than that, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe before you leave, and I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.